First off, thank you to everybody who commented well wishes and was so supportive and reached out to talk to me as I went through the heart procedure. I appreciate you guys, and I'm doing okay. I'm back, back to work, back in the gym. Things are going, they're on the up and up, and I just have some slight healing situation happening with my incision spot. But other than that, I'm feeling ready to roll, feeling good to go, feeling just grateful at the opportunity. I'm always fired up coming out of these situations because I know one of these times it's going to be hospital bed, and that's it. You're going to be stuck there. And there's going to be a time in your life, in my life, all of our lives where we are unable to do the things we want to do, when we are physically incapable of going after our goals and the dreams and the things that we say we want. So that's where this is going to be a quick video getting right and taking stock on that, where we're at the halfway point of the year, and it's, we can think back to the stuff we were looking at during New Year's resolution time, and we can see how that's been going, or we can also look forward and say, if I keep going in this trajectory, where am I going to be next year this same time? What am I going to be, come the new year? It's going to be the same exact situation. Nothing is different. Nothing has changed, unless we make a real effort, a real plan to do something about it. And that's the point. Is this a daydream for you, or is it a plan? Because I think I've fallen into this tendency a lot where you get these ideas and these dreams and these lofty ideas and goals, but what are they outside of that? I mean, you kind of have a notion of I'll do this and that. Where is your actual plan, your strategic, like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and where are you doing those actions? When are you taking aside time to do that? That's what I want to make this video to say. You're just going to leave it a daydream. You're just going to be living the same life over again next year if you don't actually do things a bit differently. One of my favorite quotes of all time is Customato saying, "To see a man beaten not by a better fighter, but by himself is a tragedy." And it rings true in these situations where we give up before we start. We look at the amount of work and we pull back. We look at the amount of time, we pull back. We look at the odds and we pull back. But guys, with the heart stuff that I just went through, I was born with less than a 1% chance of surviving. They told my parents, just get my funeral in order, it's over. Those are odds. My parents could have taken them and I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't have done anything I've done. Sometimes you have to ignore the odds, like Jack Carr says, just don't tell me the odds, I want to do it. And what I talk about all the time here, what I talked about on the Relentless podcast, is if you're living and going after your goal because it's flowing from a place of authenticity in you, and it's values driven, and it's kind of in line with who you are and what you want to do, then regardless of the outcome, that is what you should do. It doesn't matter if you actually make the money or the notoriety, whatever. That doesn't matter. It's the process. Get obsessed with that. Well, appreciate you guys. Take care.